and gentlemen, American Cheering Bulldog Nation, welcome to the Eric Deters Show. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. And let's get right to the top story. Our top story is CNN receives the audio recording of Donald Trump talking to this reporter or author, and I think it related to the Mark Meadows biography. Here is what's amazing about this. First and foremost, they don't have this quote-unquote document that was allegedly involved. Now, we have no idea. See, this is where trial lawyers get involved, and how you can think something is just plain black and white, and then it's not. Some things are, like Hunter's What's Up or What's Up app text message is black and white. But here's what a lawyer will do. What was actually shown? What was actually seen? What was actually remembered? You see what I'm saying? It all matters. But here is the big thing. Here's the big thing. How come the only leaks that ever come out of Justice Department, FBI, and these court proceedings are always leaks that would be perceived to be anti-Trump? It's the only leaks that ever happen. Folks, it changes nothing about the prosecution of Donald Trump. McCarthy says that he's going to start impeachment proceedings of Merrick Garland by July 6th. The issue is he's freaking lied and obstructed the whole thing. And I did a Facebook Live last night, and it drives me crazy. Now, Comer has sent a letter to David Weiss, the Hunter prosecutor, to say, explain yourself. Because apparently he told like 6 people he didn't have power to go into California or D.C. and prosecute more. Somebody's lying. It's either Merrick Garland or Weiss. What do you bet? And I get so mad. Why can't some of these so-called public servants be noble? David Weiss should have a press conference today and spill the beans. Spill the beans. Will he? No. He's worried about keeping his job. It's always about people keeping their job. Christopher Wray is going to testify for the House Judiciary Committee on July 12th. Joe Biden and Hunter Biden are going to do the deny. The problem is that whatever they say is not supported by the... Joe Biden can continue to say he never... Who believes that Joe Biden has never had a conversation with Hunter Biden about these foreign dealings? He was in the middle of the foreign dealings. Never had a conversation with him. Karine Jean-Pierre is the worst press secretary in the history of press secretaries. Gets the job, why? Because she's gay. She doesn't know squat. She's a dingbat, nut job, goofy, weird, uninformed. Our press secretary. Fox News new lineup. It's going to be Laura at 7, Jesse at 8, Sean stays at 9, and Gutfield at 10. What do you think? Florida. The Trump Florida witnesses cannot be secret. The judge down. The government wanted the witness list to be secret. This is America. You don't get prosecuted in secret. Remember, in New York, the judge says Trump's not allowed to see certain evidence against him. What? It's unbelievable. Fauci takes a job at Georgetown University in medical research. I'll bet you he's making $500,000 at least. Unbelievable. Bud Light sponsored a parade in New York where naked men walked in front of children during the parade. Just think about this. This is amazing. Bud Light, the best-selling beer in America, as a brand, killed. They can't bring it back. It's dead. I got to ask you a question. How many people from the LGBTQ community that their first alcoholic beverage they think about is grabbing a Bud Light? No, it's not. It's like Garth Brooks. Garth, who goes to your concerts? NFL, who goes there? Target, who shops? I mean, Disney, who watches your movies? I mean, this is beyond stupid. And by the way, how can the CEO, the board, I mean, the shareholders ought to demand they all be fired. They killed the brand. It's never coming back. It will now always be considered the gay beer. The gay beer. Done. Killed a brand. Killed a brand. A Texas professor has been fired for allegedly saying XY chromosome, male, female. So he's fired for giving us science. Kamala Harris is the worst polled vice president in history. How do you like them apples? And Flash, another woke movie because he was binary. He had his, I haven't seen the movie. I'm not going to watch the movie. But it's so, have you seen the previews? It's this weird stuff like he's talking to himself, Completely tanked the box office. Do you believe that? A DC comic bombs at the, when does that happen? Ever before? They did it with Flash. This is the Bulldog. Every dog has a day. Coming up next, Eric Deters, local news. Ladies and gentlemen, American Jerry Bulldog Nation, welcome to Eric Deters Local News. As always, we're sponsored by Deters Consulting, Parks Yoga. Check us out on all of our platforms. And let's get to our lead story. I decided on this for a lead story. You can't make it up. Well, the Reds are on a 3-game losing streak. I'm not giving up hope. Last night, the pitcher, Williamson, is doing great, right? It starts to freaking rain. There's 2 outs. It starts pouring down rain. The umpire doesn't stop the game. He walks 3 straight batters in a row, followed by it. If I'm Williamson, I said, what the hell? I mean, we're talking of like downpour rain. It was off. The Reds, Bell should have stopped the game. He should have done something. But anyway, Pete Rose says he's betting for the Reds to win the World Series. You go, Pete. You go, Pete. Lost crime. Phoebe Coppice killed Daniel Garcia, her Uber driver. You know why? She's on the right. She's a Kentucky resident. She was in Texas. Claimed that she thought he was taking her to Mexico. I don't know. Maybe he was. We're going to find out. A 19-year-old was fatally shot in Westwood. He's been identified as Emmanuel Hayes. No suspects been arrested. 3 were shot late Sunday night in Over the Rhine. Imagine that. By the way, I think in Chicago there was like 20 shot. So we don't have as many shot and killed here. Those 3, by the way, did not die. In local news, Cincinnati Metro home prices are rising the fastest pace in the nation. Not bad if you're an owner. Bellevue renames Taylor Avenue Taylor Swift Avenue. Justice the Poor wrote a book on Justice Thomas called The People's Justice. Saw him on Fox News yesterday. Sounds like an interesting book. He's a level-headed guy. Weed Fest 2023. These are the moms for medical marijuana. 4 p.m. July 15th at the Pandemonium in Latonia. And Cincinnati, I got this last night, is a sanctuary city for those seeking gender-affirming care for anyone who wants it, even those under 18. The resolution sponsored by opening gay city councilman Reggie Harris. I saw something. I'll probably do a Facebook Live on this, where we took care of race issue. We took care of the gay issue. The Democrats need race and these issues for politics. So even though the race issue has been won, the gay issue has been won, they keep moving what it's supposed to be in order to have something to bitch about. Makes no sense. In Kentucky news, Daniel Cameron has been under attack for the Edgewood Recovery Center, donating $7,600 to him, and his office was investigating him at the time. You know what I think happened here? I mean, I don't know this, but here's what happened. Daniel Cameron doesn't even know his office is investigating him. Somebody in his office, and he didn't know that. As soon as he knew it, he returned the money. I tell you right now, Daniel Cameron, let's face it, the one issue that I picked on him about was his relationship with McConnell. But you know what? Daniel Cameron is not a crook. Daniel Cameron's a good guy, unlike the Democrats. Jay Williams has been appointed the chairman by Robert Stivers, the Senate leader, to a new Kentucky tech committee. Jay Williams knows all about tech, so good for him. $1.1 billion's been part of this deal. $1.1 billion's been allocated to Kentucky for everybody to have high-speed internet. By the way, just for the record, I support that. Doesn't mean we have to do what we do relative to our national debt. Kentucky is the 6th largest and fraud law state. We're always in the wrong spot in these things. Fancy Farms, August 5th. Folks, it sucks. Less than 1,000 people actually go to Fancy Farm to hear these political speeches. Then the festival is around it. So they put it right in the middle of the festival to make it look like all these people are there because of that. No, they don't. Guess what? President Trump's coming to Patriot Fest. We're going to have 30,000 people. Louisville home sales declined for the 17th month in a row. I sent that to my buddy Chris Steeneman last night, and he said, damn. In Ohio news, Amazon's going to invest $7.88 billion in Ohio for a data center operations. Good for them. Oh, by the way, I got one other add-on for local news. This is funny. You know what I got in the mail? I need to send this to Joe Zonka and Joe Girth in the Courier-Journal. My little gun charge where I accidentally had a gun in my carry-on bag instead of my luggage when I went to Florida. Expunged. Clean record again. Coming up next, Jamie Spinley and his world news.
Hello, you're watching World News, the headlines. Early results from Sierra Leone's presidential election has been branded a daylight robbery by the mild challenger. With votes from 60% so far, Julius Maade Bio has 56% of them. Millions of people who survived on the strongest cyclone in Myanmar are now struggling to rebuild their lives. The government has cut access to affected areas. The move had turned an extreme weather event into a man-made tragedy. Alexander Lukashenko, the Belarusian president, says his country's military had been put on full combat readiness after the Wagner mutiny in Russia. A left-wing progressive standard-bearer has won Toronto's mayoral election, triumphing in a crowded field of 102 candidates. Olivia Chow, 66, says she will work to build a city that is more caring, safe and affordable. Until tomorrow, have a fantastic day. Cheerio.